Drove all night, a madman.
All night, no sleep. No sleep till Winter Park.
Right now we are in Winter Park, Florida at what is going to become the new location for A Flash Flood of Gear. And we actually just returned from a trip going halfway across the country to Texas, Oklahoma, and finding some really cool gear all along the way. Did some cool deals, got a bunch of really cool guitars. So it's time to unload the van and see what we got. And get a little sneak peek of the new unit, even though it'll look nothing like this in just a few weeks. It's all ours. And it will not be this wide open very soon. So this area right by the bay door is going to be shipping and receiving. We'll have some pallet racks there for anything new that comes in. We're gonna have the computer and stuff over here and packaging supplies. So you can do all your boxing and receiving and all the fun stuff up here. This will be Damien's world. And then as we come back here, we'll have some workshop space. And you'll notice, and we'll come back to this, but there's gonna be a wall that actually extends from right there that goes almost to the back of the unit. So this is all gonna be, you know, this wide. Have some work area for Colin and Kaylee to get tech work done. And then it's just gonna be 2 rows of pallet racks straight to the back here with a ton of inventory. And those racks are tall and you can fit a lot on them. So all of the guitars and cases and all that's gonna be all there. But like I said, there's me a wall here, so what's going on? Let's come back here into the front office room. We're already filling this with gear, which will obviously be moved, but this office right here has this wall that's going to be knocked down, and then we're gonna extend this room and not have, it's gonna be a different color too, up to basically here. And that's gonna be kind of our showroom area where we have kind of my favorite guitars and amps and pedals and stuff we have. So if we do any local appointments, we can do it in there and have a nice, clean environment for that. That doesn't interfere with the actual day-to-day operations. That can just be, you know, where we can hang out and get deals done. You obviously have a bathroom back here. Yeah, the wall is gonna keep going basically almost to the back of the unit here. And so then you kind of have this back little office here that's gonna be the photo area. And there's a wall that's gonna be somewhere around one of these lines. And then there's gonna be another room back here. Again, same width as up there. That's gonna be a studio for us to make YouTube videos. And then that'll wall off, maybe let's call it here. There's gonna be a staircase right here. It's gonna go up to hopefully a mezzanine loft area up there. We'll have some office space and a break room and some cool stuff up there. And this is great because if you've seen the current unit, we're basically working on top of each other. And this is going to allow everyone to have way more space, which will allow everyone to work way more efficiently and effectively and have a much more enjoyable shift at A Flash Flood of Gear. Very excited for that. My personal goal for moving in this unit that's twice as big, and when you factor in the mezzanine, encroaching on 3 times as big as our current unit is not to scale the inventory 2 or 3 times as much or scale the staff, but really to just kind of double down on what we're already doing, have about 1,000 active items at any time that are really quality items that we all are passionate about, and just have more space to work on that stuff and just have it be a better experience for everyone from customers to you guys watching the YouTube videos, as we'll be able to make better YouTube videos in here, as well as, of course, most importantly, to be honest, our staff, and to make sure that our techs have plenty of workspace. Damien has plenty of workspace to get his job done, and just everyone will be happier. So, very excited for that. Cousin is going above and beyond, and after driving 18 hours straight, he's now unloading the van, so we should probably help him with that.
2 very boring minutes later.
All right, so we've got a ton of gear here. We're just gonna pick a few things and check out what they are. First thing, the Sovtek head. This one we found at the Guitar House of Tulsa, as well as a bunch of other gear here. Drew's awesome. You gotta check out that shop if you're in the area. He got us hooked up with a bunch of really cool gear. Showed us around Tulsa, so good guy. But I think this was my favorite find from that haul, was this amp. Got some other cool stuff from that haul. Actually, I'll show one of those now. This was maybe my favorite guitar from that haul. There's a bunch of them. Ibanez FG100, very, very cool Japanese-made hollow body. This thing sounds awesome and just great craftsmanship across the board as you would expect. And it's still in tune. So that's great. Really cool piece. This is the first one I've ever had. I've had a number of guitars from this era from Ibanez. And this is just a model I haven't found, so I had to check it out. Speaking of things that I've never found before, as soon as we walked into Guitar House of Tulsa, I saw 2 Fender Vibrasonic reverb amps, which is something that we've never had. So couldn't walk out without one of those. Certainly has some wear, but it sounds awesome. They actually had 2, and we were recommended this is the better sounding one, and sure enough, that was the one, so couldn't pass it up. Yeah, it's in the other video, so you should hear it there. It's got an Eminence speaker in it, which obviously is much newer than the amp, but it actually fits it really well and it sounds great. This is one from Dallas. I think when we started our journey, this was the first guitar I actually looked at, and then we ended up walking away with it. This is a Japan-made Epiphone Les Paul Jr., and I believe this is a nitro lacquer finish, so that's pretty cool. It's nice and light, really cool weight, open book headstock. This is a No Compromise Jr. This thing is rad. Very, very excited to get this thing plugged in and see how it sounds. Let's see if it's in tune. Almost, not as in tune as the other one, but as soon as I saw that, I'm like, yeah, that one might have to come back to Florida. Coming over to this side in the room, we've got all kinds of fun stuff. I don't even know what's in this bag, so we'll just start here. This one is a medium scale, so Gibson scale length Fender Aerodyne Stratocaster in old candy apple red, which is a very cool finish. Kind of in between candy apple red and wine red. And I like it, it's a good vibe. I like dark red guitars, so it's got a matching headstock. But yeah, very unique sounding and playing Strat with the medium scale, but very cool. The old ME25, but I'm gonna move this, and I'm gonna move this. Actually, this is cool too, so I'll show it real quick. Here we have a 1957 reissue Fender Stratocaster, classic sunburst. You love it. But I wanted to get to this box as it's just a big pile of fun. And we actually had not one, but 2 kind of scores like this on this trip. Just a bunch of pedals. This box is full to the brim of Boss pedals, MXR pedals. I mean, come on. Maxon, some Zoom, but the Metal Zone, can never have too many of those. There's a lot here. There's a whole lot here. We haven't even started unpacking this. We've got compressors. If you need a compressor, as you can see, we have Boss compressors. There's no shortage. Ooh. What's this? It's a lot of fun to be had. Oh yeah. Ernie Ball, Music Man, Access Sport. This is a guitar they do not make anymore. Very, very cool. It's got a big ding there, but actually otherwise it's in pretty decent shape. Could definitely use a little bit of TLC. This is one of those that we got that definitely had not been set up when we got it, so I'm excited to get this on the bench and get it playing, as this is gonna be really, really cool. Always stoked to find cool Music Man stuff. Some of their models they don't make for very long, so it's always cool to find the stuff that they're not really making right now, and this is a good example of that. Oh yeah, 1991 Fender USA Stratocaster Plus, lace sensor pickups, got the metal nut, and it has the tremolo arm. Not the original case, but it does have a fitted hard case, as you can see. And not a super common color for this one, so. Once again, very excited to get that one on the bench. This is gonna be a great Strat. Oh, you know what I do wanna show? Is this really cool vintage Gibson Skylark. Very cool amplifier. Not super easy to find, but it's pretty clean. It's got the original speaker. It does have a different back panel here, so. Yeah, but original Gibson speaker there. I'm excited. I'm almost nervous to plug this in and play it because I know once I start using it, I'm not gonna wanna sell it, but Business is business, we gotta sell it. And we'll do one more guitar. What should we do? Ooh, you know which one I should show? I don't know if I made it in the last video. Ibanez Roadstar 2 RS 430. And it's a good example. It's all here. A lot of times people like to mod these out, which respect, I get it, but nice to find them all original. There's another one that I could show. I know this one made it in the other video, but we can end on this one, as it was another one of those. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, yeah, we don't have any of these right now. I think we need to bring this back to the shop. But this is a Fender Jaguar Special with humbuckers, change pickguard, potentially change pickups. So we'll have to take this one apart and see exactly what we're looking at. But very cool Jaguar, plenty of wear throughout, but listen. It's ready to be beat up some more. It's ready for you to take this out and enjoy it. I love guitars like this. I hope you guys have enjoyed seeing this little peek of our new location. So much is gonna be happening here in the next few weeks. I'm very excited, and we also have a lot of work ahead of us. Big shout out to everyone that we saw on our last excursion. Got to spend some time with a bunch of people that we see usually like a little bit at guitar shows, so it was nice to have a little bit more of a leisurely visit to some of these really cool guitar shops. So if you haven't seen those videos, definitely go check those out. We have been on the road a ton recently, and I think we filmed some really cool stuff that you guys might enjoy. So as always, let me know in the comments down below what your favorite guitar or piece of gear you saw was in this video. Like, subscribe, do all the other stuff. It really does help. And we'll see you in another video soon. Bye.